Hello, how are you all? Now, before we start, I've got a couple of surprises for you. First surprise. Let's have a look at the first surprise. The first surprise is, right, you can receive a $5 reading today in the live if you can answer this question. What is the card and deck from today's trailer? Okay, so what is the card and the deck from today's trailer? If anyone watched it, I want to do that right away. That's the first one. Okay, so what is the card and deck from today's trailer? And you will get a free $5 reading in today's live. Okay, so let's begin that while I oh sheepers, I forgot to grab the I am missing. Oh no, there it is. It's on the floor. The lighter. Okay, so what is the card and deck from today's trailer? That's the first question. If anyone remembers from the trailer, so that's the first thing to think about. The card and deck from today's trailer. If anyone remembers, there's that. Okay. The second surprise is anyone who donates for a reading over the next 13 days. So anyone who donates goes in the draw for a Valentine's reading valued at $30. Okay, the first thing, wait a minute, just hold your questions for a second, just 1 minute. Okay. Yes, Fiona, you can be added. You'll be added after I Am Always Me. Okay, so I've got Barton things. Second thing is anyone who donates today goes in the draw for a Valentine's reading valued at $30. Nope. No, it just means that I'll be doing, no, not necessarily. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to. I'm just saying, I'm just doing up to that date, up to the 13th, for the next 13 days. So up to the 13th of February. Hi, Dancing Oracle. Welcome, welcome. So the first question was, if anyone can remember, what deck and card? Okay, I've still got one more thing to ask you guys first before we start. Okay, so the first question is, what is the card and deck from today's trailer, or if anyone watched it? Okay, and you get a free $5 reading. I've still got one more thing to ask you before we start. What is the card and deck from today's trailer? If you know that question, answer it. That's the first question. The second question is, can you name the other new deck I received recently? And you get a free $10 reading today. Okay, so the second question is, can you name the other new deck I received recently? Okay, yes, Miss Phenomenal, you can join the list. So second question today is to receive a $10 reading. Can you name the other new deck I received recently? And you will get a free $10 reading today. Okay, so the first question, can you name the deck and card that was used in the trailer? Second question, can you name the other new deck I received recently? And anyone who does today over the next 13 days goes in the draw for a Valentine's reading. Right. No, not the Thoth Tarot. No Dancing Oracle. Thoth Tarot, no. I've had that deck for ages. No, not the Thoth. God, no. I've had that deck for a long time, Thoth Tarot. Nope. Right. Incense going. Right. Whew. Right. First list. Okay, so right, Aldona, Bart, May, Amazing Fruits, Eliza, I'm Always With Me. Then I will do Fiona, Dancing Oracle, and Miss Phenomenal, and then the Queen of Sheba. So let me just type these next ones in. Oops. Yep, I've got your question, Aldona. Oops, I'm just typing these in so we know where we are. Right, because I don't want to miss out on anybody. Right, Aldona, and then I'll do Bart, and then May, Amazing Fruits, Eliza, and I'm Always With Me, and then I'll start the next, which will be Fiona. Not quite yet, Eliza. Just wait a minute. I'll just do Aldona first. Just give us a minute to get through Aldona and Bart. Once I've done Bart, Eliza, then you can type in your question. Oh, that's cool, Dancing Oracle. A buyer for your house. That's cool. Right. General. Let's have a look. Let's use the new Mythic Tarot. Glasses might help so I can at least read the cards. Okay. So what does Aldona need to know? What's super important for Aldona this week? Let's have a look. So if anyone can work out what new deck arrived recently before I use it, of course, they'll go in the draw. They'll get a $10 reading today. The other new deck, not the deck that I used in the trailer. Right. The deck that I used in the trailer was a new deck that I've started to do a little bit of study on the Ko-Fi page. So if you've been watching my Ko-Fi posts, you'll know what the new deck is and what card it could have been. Okay, general for Aldona. Nope, not Gothic Tarot. I haven't got the Gothic Tarot. Okay, Aldona. Aldona, for you. It's about sort of, I feel like you've got to be aware of what's going on around you. That's super important. I feel like you're going to be forced to sort of break down some barriers to reach an understanding, forcing you to sort of rebuild the life that you want for yourself. I think there's a lot of things that you need to be aware of around you. Miss Phenomenal. Now that is the first question for the $5 reading. Now you've just got to tell me what card I put in the trailer. What card did I actually use? So Miss Phenomenal. Swagatum Tarot is for the $5 one. Now for the second question was the other new deck I got. Whew, I got hot all of a sudden. Spirit's coming through. Okay, Aldona. So I think there's a lot of you about being aware of what's going on. I feel like you're going to be forced to break down barriers. You're going to be forced to look at how you can rebuild your with the path that you want to take. Okay, so that's something you're going to have to think about this week. Be acknowledging what's happening around you, which is super important here, being aware of what's going on around you and being forced, I think you're going to be forced to sort of break down some barriers to reach an understanding and enlightenment and how you can sort of move forward, have that sense of leap of faith in your own journey as well. Taking a leap of faith is really important here as well. So there's some things to think about, Aldona. Right, Bart. Hey, Lady Kapira, how are you? So, Miss Phenomenal with the Swagatum Tarot. Okay, so just if you can tell me what, that was the $5 question. So, if you can tell, so yeah, so that was the $5 one. So, Bart. Ooh, with your older, that's a good question. How's my relationship? That's great. So, Miss Phenomenal, that's part of the first question, was the Swagatum Tarot. Swagatum means welcome. Oh, and I had my groceries were delivered yesterday, and it was this guy, this Indian guy, as drivers normally are, and he was straight away like with the, I was telling him about the Swagatum Tarot and the Bhagavad Gita and that, and it was good. We had a good chat. So that's quite cool. Okay, so the first question was Miss Phenomenal answered. Basically, what was the card? The deck was the Swagatum Tarot. The second question is, can you name the other deck I recently received? Nope. Miss Phenomenal, yeah, we'll just call it you'll just get a free $5 reading out of it, which I'll do when your turn comes up. We'll just leave it at that. And then the $10 question was, what was the other new deck I recently received? So you got the $5 one right. And then the $10 question is the other deck. The other new deck. Nope, it doesn't start with K. I'll give you a clue. It starts with A. well, sort of. It's got purple backs. Okay, how's my relationship with my older brother so far? Bart, good question. Let's do, yeah, Dragon Tarot. Yes, SP. I know I'm mucking around today. I've got a little bit of time. I don't think it'll be as quick as I think today. How's my relationship with my older brother so far? Everybody's added. Miss Phenomenal, you get the $5 question. No worries. Oh, this is a Dragon Tarot that's a little different. It's the Nigel Suckling one. Right, how's your relationship with your older brother? Let's have a look. Nope. Not Aventera. No. I don't have that deck. Okay, Bart, how's it going with your brother? Okay, the first card we've got here is Knight of Cups. It feels like there's going to be some news. Okay, I feel like it's going to be quite emotional. I think there's some emotional stuff moving you forward here. And it's interesting because we get the Eight of Wands again, we get movement, a lot about movement. And then we've got the sense of walking into something, like you're walking away from something, walking in. So I feel like there's a lot of movement going on here, Bart. Your relationship with your older brother, there's a lot of movement going on. There's a lot of stuff being left behind and a lot of stuff that's moving forward here. Nope. Not the Aquarian. I don't have it. Yes, Miss Phenomenal. You got it. Okay. Miss Phenomenal, she got it. Okay, so she's got two. Miss Phenomenal. Well done. Congratulations, Miss Phenomenal. No, not the Dark Goddess, just the Arthurian tarot. Yep. Miss Phenomenal got both. So she's got a decent question coming up. So, Miss Phenomenal, congratulations. Yes, your lucky day. So, Miss Phenomenal, when it comes up, think about your question carefully. You've got two questions you can answer. Two questions. So you can decide which question to go with which reading. Okay, but your relationship with your older brother, I feel like there's a lot of movement going on here. I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of emotions going on here. There's a lot of emotional stuff happening. There is some stuff that needs to sort of be walking away from, to leave behind, so that new stuff can start happening here. I feel like there's a lot of stuff being moving. There's a lot of moving ahead into, and I don't know whether it's because you're moving away from something with your older brother, something in the past is being left behind and you've got new stuff happening here. So there's a lot of things to think about, Bart, in regards to with your older brother, with what's going on here. Okay, so that's something to really sort of think about, what you're needing to leave behind in regards to your brother. Okay, there's some stuff that needs to be left behind and needs to be worked through, so that you can walk into something a bit more positive. You can leave behind the negative energy, the negative emotions, and being able to sort of move forward. So I feel like there's some news, or there's some things happening. I feel like there's a lot of emotions going on here, a lot of emotions moving through. Okay, so that's done. Sorry, I just had to do that. Okay, Bart, so there's some things to sort of think about in regards to your brother. I do feel as though there's a lot of stuff that needs to be left behind to move forward on. Right, so don't forget, anyone who donates for a reading over the next 13 days also goes in the draw for a $30 value, a $30 video, vid chat, or email reading. You're welcome, Bart. You're welcome. Right, so from my list, let's have a look. The first list. Okay, May, did you type in your question? Oops, I didn't mean that. Should have gone into. Okay, so May, Amazing Fruits, and Eliza. Okay, so Amazing Fruits and Eliza, your question. And then once I've done May, then the I Am Me. Ooh, I love it. What a great question, May. Great question. My question is, what are the things that I'm not seeing or aware of in the special connection I have? Ooh, what a great question. Oh, I love these sort of. Okay, so what are you not seeing? Let's do the let's do the magical Nordic. Don't use that I haven't used that a lot lately. Magical Nordic tarot. Make sure I pick up the right ones with Jane's decks, right? Okay, these are great questions. These are good because they really get you to sort of really think about what's going on. So May, so what are you not seeing? Oh, okay, so what are you not seeing? Okay, Three of Cups. Three of Cups, maybe you're not quite seeing the actual connection. You're not seeing the reason to celebrate being in the now. Oh, I saw that, Lady Kapira. You've got the old, the original Lord of the Rings tarot. That's quite a cool deck, that one. Okay, May. So what are you not seeing? I feel like it's very much about that connection, that soul connection, that emotional connection. You're not quite seeing that. That's very important. Could be also the base of the relationship is the friendship. Maybe not quite seeing the friendship, the reason to celebrate, being in the now, sort of thing. So what else? What are you also not aware of in this connection? What else are you not quite seeing? Okay, this one here. Yeah, spiritual connection. I feel like it's very much about that spiritual connection. You're not seeing that something deeper, the sense of the lessons that you're learning or the things that you're learning about your own faith, your own beliefs. I think there's a lot to learn about this connection here. I think it's about soul searching, deep diving, being in the now, which is super important. Okay, so that's something to really sort of think about here, mate. You're not seeing the friendship, the basis of the relationship. here. Maybe it's a real deep spiritual connection as well. I do feel like there's a real deep spiritual connection. So the basis of being in the now, celebrating that connection is so important here. Being able to celebrate that connection, which is super important here. Being able to... No, I realize that. Dancing Oracle. Okay, May, so that's something to really sort of do some real deep soul searching in regards to your spirituality with this connection here. I do feel it's about being in the now, having a basis of the friendship, how important that is. That friendship is so important within this connection. Just being in the now, celebrating life with this person, with this connection. Yeah, so some things to think about there. Right. So amazing fruits. You've got your question there, which is cool. So I'm looking for Eliza and I am always me. So if I am always me in the chat, can they make sure they type their question in? And then, and then next was Fiona. Celebrate who you are right now. Celebrate that connection, but it's about being in the now. It's very much about just being in the now and celebrating life. Come back and listen to the reading. It might be something you might need to listen to a couple of times to really get the whole message. Right, let's do the Moon and Stars Tarot. Sometimes with a reading, I find when someone does a reading for me, I go back and listen to it a couple of times when I've got a quiet moment to breathe and just take some breaths and just then listen to the message. Okay, so what do you need to know about receiving the video editing job in March? Okay, so what do you need to know about receiving the video editing job? It's like when I get a reading from Tarot Oracle in his live, if I've got a reading from him, I've gone back and listened to it a couple of times to really get the message understood, because sometimes in those lives things are moving quickly, or you know, you're in chaos because there's lots of chat going on and stuff like that. So when you come back and re-listen, it allows that sense of clarity. Right, so what do I need to know about receiving the video editing job for Amazing Fruits? What does Amazing Fruits need to know? What does Amazing Fruits need to know? That's interesting. I was shuffling and this card came out and I just thought it meant something else. So I put it back in the pile, but it came back. It's come out again. It's the Star card. Okay. I thought I was just me shuffling and being clumsy, but it came out again. So the Star is talking about being inspired. So find what inspires you about the video editing job. What allows your inner light to shine when you think about the video editing job? Is it the light out of the darkness? Is it that shining light out of the darkness? Is it a wish fulfilled? Interesting, because I got the word perfect. It's the perfect job. It'll be the perfect job for you if it's something that you can complete and have to do. If it's something that you truly want, it's the perfect job for you. Okay? It's going to allow your inner light to shine through. It's going to be a wish fulfilled. It's going to allow you to move through your steps. Yep, Dancing Oracle, I understand totally where you're coming from with that regards. Yep. That's why I sometimes take a step back, Dancing Oracle. Sometimes take a step back from the situation. Take a step back and don't go back into the chats. Spend a couple of days just me. Whew. So yeah, that's really important, amazing fruits. Okay, so I think it's going to be a wish fulfilled. It's something that's going to give you a sense of completeness. Right. Okay, so who did I miss? Oh, so Eliza. And then there is I Am Me. Okay, I'm Always Me. That was the next one. Then there was Fiona. And then I'll do Miss. So Miss Phenomenal, you thought about your questions to do as well? Yes, please. I'm Always Me. If you can have your question now, that'll be great because you're next. Cool. Fiona and then Miss Phenomenal. So if Fiona's still here, can she type her question in too, please? What's the current feelings? Okay. Let's do Deck of Heroes. What's the current feelings of actions of Pat towards me? Okay, what's the current feeling? So what's going on with Pat? What's happening? You really want to know what's happening with Pat. What's the connection? Interesting, because we get the world. It's an end of a cycle. So they're moving into new possibilities. There's a shift. There's movement forward. There's an end of something so that something new can happen. Okay, so it definitely feels like there's an ending of something. And then we've got the Empress here. So the Empress talks about beauty, a sense of abundance, prosperity. So I do get a sense of they're seeing you as someone who's very kind, caring. So there's definitely a shift in what's been happening in their life. They are moving on to new things. They're moving into new things. They do see you as someone who is abundant, a sense of beauty. I do get a sense of sensuality with the Empress card. There is a sense of kind and caring energy. So there is a lot of that sort of energy going on and creating that abundance. It feels like there's a birth of something new. Okay, so it does give you the birth of something new. So something is ending with the world, and with the Empress is the birth of something new. So something ends, so something can be birthed into newness. Yeah. Okay, Eliza. So hopefully that sort of helps, gives you some clarity in what's going on with Pat. Feels like something's ending, and then there's the birth of something new in regards to how they feel about you. So there's definitely some movement going on here. Okay. So if Fiona's here, can Fiona type in her question? And then Miss Phenomenal, if I can have your two questions as well, I'll do your two readings, your $5 and $10 reading. A little bit of time, and then I'll continue So don't forget, if anyone donates today, they do go in the draw for a $30 reading as well. I'm not sure if Fiona's around still, so I'm still waiting. So this one here, I'm going to use the Waterfall Tarot. What are the person on my mind's feeling? Oh, okay. So what's going on here? What are the person on your mind? Okay, the first word I got here was afraid. With the moon card here, it can be about facing their fears, needing to face their fears. So when they're thinking about you, they sort of feel like they've got to face their fears. They're afraid of what to do next. This sort of feels like they're afraid to what to do next. Now, there's definitely some choices to be made in regards to the relationship. They are thinking about things. There's a thought. With the moon card and the lovers, I'm sort of getting a thing of thoughts going on, but no action actually taken. There's some choices to be made, but not yet made. So I do feel like this person is thinking about things, but no action being taken here. They're afraid to take that, to look at their choices and to take action on those choices is what I'm getting here. They're afraid. It was what I got here. Very much afraid to face their fear. They're afraid, you know, it could be a fear of rejection in regards to the relationship as well. Right, I'm not sure about Fiona. I haven't received any message from them yet, any questions from them yet. Right, so we've got Phenomenal's questions, right? And so next was, Queen of Sheba. If I can have your questions up. Dancing Oracle. Dancing Oracle, your question. And Queen of Sheba. So Dancing Oracle, if I can have your question, and as well. So first one was Swagatam Tarot. So the first one was a Swagatam Tarot. With the Gita from the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, what is the most likely outcome in the connection between Bryant and you? Oh, interesting. Okay, so what's the most likely outcome? So what's going on with this connection? What's the outcome? Okay, so I need to do a little bit of work in this one here. So we've got 5 of smoke. So that's definitely overcoming some challenges there. With 7 of wands, there are some battles and challenges to the situation. I think there's a need for you to sort of stand up for your convictions. Make sure you guys are on the same page. And basically, I'm getting in the need to communicate. There is a need to communicate here. Okay, we've got 4 of Pentacles. We need to look at what you're being held on to. What are you holding on? What do you hold on to in regards to, like, I want to say arguments and stuff like that, battles and convictions. When you're standing up for your own convictions, what do you hold on to too tightly? There might be a need to sort of let go of what you're holding on to as well. Sometimes we might need to compromise with our convictions as well. Communication is going to be off. Courtney. Okay, Courtney. Okay, we've got 7 of smoke, which is interesting. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on that one because smoke I'm still learning on. And the next two is there's this shift. Definitely feels like there's an ending to some stuff. So it's a cycle. So I think your relationship is going to be, the connection is that there's going to be lots of cycles. I feel like you're going to be moving through different cycles within the relationship, and how you choose to react with it is going to be really important here. It's about looking at opportunities that arise within the relationship as well. So let's have a look at Four of Smoke, because I just want to have a look at that there. Okay, okay. So it is going to be a relationship that's going to take some hard work. It is a relationship. This connection is going to take some hard work, but it's going to be successful. Hard work with success is going to be really important. It's going to make sure that you guys stand on the same page, but you also compromise is going to be really important. Looking at what you're holding on to too tightly. There might be times that you need to sort of loosen a little bit with that connection, with that standing up for yourself. So communication is going to be really important here. Communication is going to be really important here. So it's going to be important to make sure that you sort of take time out for each other, that you might even take time away from each other might be really important here. Allowing yourself to just relax into the relationship. Relax into the relationship is going to be really important here. So yes, it's going to take some hard work. It's going to take a real commitment here, Courtney. It's going to take a real commitment. It's going to look at what are you holding on to too tightly within the relationship. Making sure that you guys are on the same page. Communication is going to be super important here. Really important for you to be able to sort of ease into the relation, into that connection is going to be really important. I think it's going to be a lot of hard work. So overall, I feel like you're going to be moving into new phases all the time. I think the relationship is going to be, I don't think there'll be an outcome, so to speak. It all depends on how you choose to react within this relationship that's going to make a big difference here. It's how you choose to sort of move through the cycles, through the phases of the cycles as well, as you sort of shift into new opportunity, looking for new opportunities that arise within the relationship. So that's an interesting one here, Courtney. I think it's going to be a lot of hard work. I don't think there's going to be an absolutely outcome, because it all depends on how you choose to react within the relationship. How you choose to take action within the relationship is going to make a big, big difference. So with the Gita deck, let's have a look. What card are we going to? Oh, shoot, that flew out. Okay, false ego. Courtney. Okay, bewildered spirit souls. Under the influence of the three modes of material nature, think themselves to be the doer of activities which are in actuality carried out by nature. Now, this is chapter 3, verse 27. So let's have a look at the Bhagavad Gita. Now, the only reason why I know about that is because of the countdown driver grocery driver that I had yesterday. So, chapter 3, 27. Oops. Let's have a look and see if we can get a little bit more information. Okay, you just started dating. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, listen to this. Okay, so you can do whatever deity you like, but in the Bhagavad Gita, it talks about Krishna. Okay, but you can use any deity you like. But two persons, one in Krishna consciousness and the other in material consciousness, working on the same level, may appear to be working on the same platform, but there is a wide gulf of difference in their respective positions. The person in material consciousness is convinced by false ego that he is the doer of everything. He does not know that the mechanism of the body is produced by material nature, which works under the supervision of all the Supreme Lord. The materialistic person has no knowledge that ultimately he is under the control of Krishna. The person in false ego takes all credit for doing everything independently, and that is the symptoms of his nescience. He does not know that this gross and subtle body is the creation of material nature under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And as such, his bodily and mental activities should be engaged in the service of Krishna. In Krishna consciousness, the ignorant man forgets that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Hirsikesha, or the master of the senses of the material body. For due to his long misuse of the senses and sense gratification, he is factually bewildered by the false ego, which makes him forget his internal relationship with Krishna. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more. You might need to come back and re-listen to the reading, of course, because that's quite a bit there. So I think it's very much important for you guys to make sure you guys are on the same page. Make sure there's communication all the way through. Look at how you choose to react. Don't let your ego get the better of you in regards to the relationship. Okay, so the larger reading. So that's the first one. So that was the Swagatam Tarot. Okay, so that's you. Now, the next one was the Arthurian Tarot. With Mist of Him. Oh, okay. There you go. You can get the. So that makes sense to you. So there's something that you can work on within yourself, right? Let me do that one. Right. Next. Oh, good question. What's the most important aspect of starting your business? Right. So let's have a look at. Whoops. I need the guidebook for that. Should be okay. Now, Mists of Avalon. Where are they? Whew. Right. And then I'm going to do Dancing Oracle and then Queen of Sheba. Hi, Whitney. How are you? SP, it's just Crimson. Yes, there'll be another list. Yes, SP. Yep. Yep, for sure. Right, Miss Phenomenal. Let's have a look at you. Let's remove the mouse so I don't knock that over. Oh, a business-orientated question. Okay, so what is the most important aspect of starting your business should you be focusing on? Ooh, let's have a look. Mods, in about 10 minutes or 9 minutes, I'm going to cut off the free list. Will be finished, and I'll just do a wrap up. In about 10 minutes, I'll start doing the wrap up. So if there's any donations come through, they're still I can still do donations as well. What is the most important aspect of starting your business that you should be focusing on? Ooh, let's have a look. Business orientated question, right? Let's have a look. Business. What should you be focusing on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3. Right, let's have a look. What do you need to focus on in regards to your business? So let's have a look. What do you need to start with? What's important? Oh, Lady of the Lake. Okay, Lady of the Lake is very much like the High Priestess. So you're looking at the knowledge from other experiences, okay, from other people. I feel like you're looking at the experiences of other people, getting some, I want to say in a way, you're looking at the experience of, or the knowledge from the ancients, the knowledge of your ancestors, knowledge of people who, I want to say people who have done business. I think it's really important to do some research, get that information, that hidden knowledge, and brought it out into the open here. Grail 9, so that's like 9 of Cups. It's looking at what's happening behind the scenes. It's also focusing on what your wishes are. What's important to your journey here is super important. Being able to look at what do you want to emotionally achieve? What do you want to achieve? What are your goals and dreams in regards to your business? So have you done a business plan? Basically, here is what have you done a business plan, which is super important. Okay, Queen of Cups, make sure you take care of yourself as well. It's important to have that balance and taking care of yourself is super important. Nurture your own emotions. So making sure that you take time out for yourself, basically, when you sort of start doing that. Again, you got that sense of very emotional. You need to make sure that you look at your emotions in regard to this business. I do feel like you need to look at the successes, the sense of wholeness of your goals and dreams, having that sense of completeness, that unity within family and business, making sure you have that sense of wholeness within yourself. So you make sure that you're balanced with your home and so when you're starting your business, these are the things that you need to focus on. Make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure that you have that sense of unity with work and family sort of energy. Make sure that you do a business plan. Make sure that you, I do feel like it's making sure that you do the research. You do have the knowledge of other people. You look at the knowledge of other people is very important here. It's important that you've got the seeker, you've got the new beginnings, you've got that sense of taking a little bit of a risk. It is going to be a bit of a risk. I think you need to be very cautious of the risks that you take, but you do also need to make sure that you spend time in, I want to say, smelling the roses, taking some time to enjoy the adventure. Okay. Oh, Sword Maiden. So with the Sword Maiden, I do feel like there is a sense of making sure you look at the ideas. You expect only, you are honest, integrity. You expect the truth of those around you, but you're also honest within yourself with things as well. Oh, thank you, Lady Kapira. I really appreciate that. Okay, so you're very important that you look at what's the truth of the situation, the facts of things that are happening around you. Make sure that you facing any ideas or plans you have with integrity. Okay, we've got 2 of Grail. Okay, you need to be aware of any connections you have with people. I feel like there's going to be connections with people and you need to be very aware of those connections, making sure you receive as much as you're giving. I think you need to be very aware of those connections. Make sure that you receive as much as you give. Okay, be careful of limiting yourself with the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is very much about that sense of Swords 8. Okay, so that's really important here, to look at making sure you don't limit yourself too. See possibilities. There are new doorways opening all the time, so be aware of those. Don't rush into anything with the Sword of Night, making sure you don't rush into what's going on as well, which is super important. And Sword of 7 is, again, you get that sense that taking back your power. Be aware of anything that's been taken from you. I do think you need to be aware of thieves or people who are, when you start a business plan, make sure that you guard, make sure you stay protected, is what I want to say here. Stay protected. Protect yourself at all times in regards to your business plan and your business ideas. Okay, that's really important here. So there is a lot for you to think about in regards to communication, ideas and plans, your emotional needs. I'm actually getting the need for you to stay grounded for some reason. I just get the sense of don't get too much in your head. Okay, make sure you stay calm, stay relaxed, make sure you stay grounded. I get a sense of don't get too much in your head. Okay, that's super important here. Don't get too wound up in your head with things. Don't let your head get the better of you. Okay, so let's have a look at the Mists of Avalon Oracle. So we get the first was a grain. So I get the sense of standing in your feminine power, basically, is what I'm getting. Be empowered. Again, I get that sense of what, like with the 7 of Swords, standing in your own power. So that's very strong here. Stand in your own confidence, your own thoughts, your own ideas. Be confident in what you can achieve. Know that you're not limited. Okay, you are limitless. You are limitless. With the otherworld card, I get that this is going to be a very long journey. This is not a journey that's going to be quick. It's going to take some time to build. So it's about your own commitment to your journey as well. Have that commitment to your own journey. Okay, with Nimue, again, we get confidence. It's about building your own self-esteem, respecting yourself at all times, and looking for new opportunities that arise. Okay, so the first thing you got to look at is your business plan. Make sure that you take care of yourself. You find that balance, which is really important. Don't get too much in your head. Okay, allow yourself to breathe. I've been doing 10-minute meditations, which I put on my community post. If you see, my last community post was about the meditation, the channel that I use for my 10-minute meditations. Totally recommend. And that's a great way to get you clear-headed. I've got a huge variety of meditations available to do that. So just a quick 10-minute meditation. So your health is going to be important. That's going to help your emotional need as well. Okay, so that's super important. So hopefully that reading, Miss Phenomenal. Now that is what I would call a normal $10 reading in the live. For those that don't know, that's what that is. So So yeah, so that's what, so hopefully that answers your question, Miss Phenomenal. Gives you some things to really think about. You might need to come back and re-listen to the reading, of course. So yeah, hopefully that gives you a lot to think about. Right, let's do Dancing Oracle. Okay, mods, the free list is closed. What I'm going to do now is I am going to do the wrap up. Okay, mods, so I'm just going to do the wrap up now. So if anyone wants any more readings that come in, donations are still available. I will still do the donations, but I am going to wrap up the free readings as well. Okay, so let me put this away because that was available for... Oh, as you can see, I did edge the deck too. Now, put the book away. So, Dancing Oracle, you're reading next. So let's focus on you. Okay, so let's just bring this mouse back. That's done. Ooh, okay. Okay, so I'm doing the wrap up. So everybody who's in chat is going to get their reading. Okay, it's going to get their free reading. So if you want anything more than just the 2 cards, don't forget the donations. Do go in the draw through the Valentine's reading. Basically, it just means that it finishes on the 13th of February, is what I'm saying, the next 2 weeks. Doesn't have to be a romantic question, of course. So let me have a look here. Dancing Oracle, I've got your question. So I just want to check to see who was in chat when I did the questions, when I did the list. Okay, Fiona, Dancing Oracle. Oh, Queen of Sheba. Then I've got Lady Kapira Ank and SP. It's just Crimson. Whitney. And so if I've missed anyone, I'm sorry. Thank you, Queen of Sheba. Right, should I take the buyer's offer? Let's have a look. What deck am I going to do for you today? Let's do the Forhaxa Tarot, Dancing Oracle. Oh, I do want to get the Dancing Tarot. Every time I see your name, I think about the Dancing Tarot. I still want to get that one. Right, the Forhaxa Tarot. Let's have a look. Should I take the buyer's offer? So what's going on here? Let's have a look at what should be happening here. What do you need to know in regards to the buyer's offer? Interesting, because I got the 6 of Air, and the 6 of Air is about the sense of moving forward. So it tells me yes, it allows you to move. If you take the buyer's offer, it's going to allow you to move. Oh, it's interesting. And you know what? I picked up the star and I got dream home. So taking the buyer's offer allows you to move to your dream home. So I think it's whatever makes you happy. And so I want to actually do... Oh, sorry, I'm just going to grab... Not that linen man. Yeah, I might use the gilded one. Hey, Fiona, if I can have your question, that would be great. Okay, so where? One. Okay, what have we got? Okay, there's definitely movement. A bridge. So we've got a place that's got a bridge anchored by the sea. Okay, so you've got a place that's got a bridge. It's anchored by the sea. I feel like it's near the sea. Maybe somewhere near the sea. Maybe somewhere that keeps you anchored, keeps you grounded. Could be a place that keeps you grounded. But I'm also getting mountains. Don't know whether I was being too literal there. But it does keep you grounded. It does keep you anchored, keeps you staying within yourself. So it definitely feels like there's a bridge. There's definitely the movement. It's a crossing across. And then you've got mountains here. So Dancing Oracle, you've got a place that's going to be your dream place, right? It does feel like, yes, you should take the buyer's offer if you want to. Okay, remember, you always have free will. Okay, but it's going to allow you to sort of buy your I want to say your wish fulfilled. It's going to allow you to move into your dream, into your, maybe it might not be your ultimate dream, but it's definitely a dream place. It's going to be a place that's got I do feel like I keep getting the word bridge. So whether you're crossing over water. So I keep getting over water. And I don't know whether it's sea or lake or river, but there's definitely water nearby. And then we've got near mountains, if I'm being literal here. Because you asked, where are you moving to? So this is why I'm just using the Linen Man card, because it can be quite literal. So I definitely feel like there's water nearby. And you've got mountains and a bridge. So there's some things to think about, Dancing Oracle. So up to you, totally, Dancing Oracle. If you take the offer, it does allow you to buy your dream, does allow you to buy your home. Or move to where you want to move to, should I say? Move to where you want to move to. Right. The Four Hearts of Tarot. Right. Let's have a look here. Queen of Sheba. Then I'll do Fiona. After Queen of Sheba, Fiona, and continue with the rest of the list. So SP and Whitney, if you can type your questions in, that will be good. Oh, Lady Kapira, if you hadn't typed your question in as well. Thanks. So I am like I'm missing a few people, but so I do want Lady Kapira's question as well. So I want Fiona next, right? Which is typed in, I think, which is brilliant. Yes, please, SP and Whitney, if you can type your questions in, that would be great. Right, Queen of Sheba. Okay. I'm going to have to pull this out, don't I? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I'm not talking to you guys. Sorry. I just got a message through here. And why is that deck in there? That's not supposed to be there. That's why I couldn't find it. All right, this one. Doing the Tarot of Cleopatra. Oh, okay. Oh, this deck bows. Must have got caught in something. Right. Who is moving towards you romantically? What's going on here? Oh, okay. You got someone you got King of Chalices. When I asked who, I got King of Chalices. So you got someone who might not quite show, they're quite practical with their emotions, but they are very kind and caring. There's someone who's very kind. You might get someone who's a water sign. So it could be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, that watery sign. Okay, you got that water sign. You got someone who's kind, caring, dreams big. Someone who is very kind and caring. Anything else you can tell me about this person? Oh, that flipped out. Six of Pentacles. Someone who's very giving. Here's someone who gives unconditionally. They really don't expect anything in return. They are someone who just gives. Okay, so they give unconditionally. They're not expecting anything in return. They've got harmony in regards to their well-being. I don't feel like they are materialistic or anything like that. I do find that they're quite balanced within their life. Between the material and their health and the, I want to say they're quite balanced in their life. I do find that they are quite, they've got that sense of, yeah, I just feel like they just give. They give unconditionally in many ways, but they're very balanced. Okay, I do think there's someone who's quite harmonious in their well-being. They're quite harmonious in their well-being. They're not extreme. Put it that way. They're not extreme in any behavior. They are kind and caring. They might not show their emotions completely, though. They do have a practical approach to their emotions. So I do feel that someone like that may be coming into your life, but whether you grab that person or not is totally up to you, whether it's how you choose to react, of course, which is going to make a big difference. So I do feel like you've got someone coming into your life romantically in this way, but what you do with it is going to be totally up to you, how you choose to react. That's really important. Yeah, very balanced person. Someone who's very harmonious in many areas of their life. Okay, so I'm actually wrapping up now. This is an ending soon sort of thing. I've been wrapping up for the last 15 minutes, of course. So, oh, wrong banner. I didn't say wrap up on Premier Stream. That wasn't supposed to be there. It's supposed to be ending soon. Okay, so Queen of Sheba. Now, I did have, who did I say? Oh, Fiona. Whew. Oh, okay. So what do you want to know? So this is going to be something that's a little bit... Okay, I'm getting the right... No? Okay. Moon Baby Tarot. Nearly forgot that one. Moon Baby Tarot. So what's going on here? Let's do the first thing. Did Chris see your most recent message? Oh, okay. Pull the card down. Okay, interesting with the Three of Wands. It's that moment of pause. Okay, so I do feel like he paused, he saw. He saw. I do feel like he saw. He saw the information, he saw the text, but he didn't respond, right? He didn't react. So what does Fiona need to know about the situation? I'm going to do something here. You're welcome, Queen of Sheba. Okay, I am finishing up. I am wrapping up. Everybody that came in that first hour will be read. Unfortunately, I'm just wrapping up now. I do have things to do. I've got clients to read for. So I have got some things to do. So I'm not going to be able to stay on. So just if you're wanting to book a private reading with me, don't forget. You can book through Ko-Fi. So I am ending soon. I'm just wrapping up the things. Sorry, Jaden. Yeah, I do have to create a boundaries. Otherwise, I'll be on for hours and I can't afford. I don't really want to be on that long because I'll burn out. Okay, so what does Fiona need to know to let go? What does Fiona need? Oh, Jeep is pulling me. Okay, interesting here. Interesting here. Okay. So he did see the message, but he never reached out to you, right? He feels like he turned his back on you. So I think you've really got your answer. You've got the breakthrough that you need. You've got the understanding. I feel like you've got the understanding that you need. Okay, you know what you need to do. Okay, you've got the breakthrough. You need to find a wholeness within yourself. Okay, I feel like this is a wholeness within your own emotional feelings, your own emotional needs. I feel like you need to really sort of look at, I'm doing this because what flew out. Okay. So really important for you to really look at the answer that you've got. Okay, they haven't reached out to you again. You sent the message, he saw it, didn't reply, right? Turned his back on the situation, not interested. Okay, so you've got the answer that you need. You've got the understanding. You've got the breakthrough. Okay, don't let things cloud your energy. Okay, I want to say don't get your mucky energy. It's about time to walk through the doorway and find that sense of happiness, that wholeness within yourself, embracing who you are completely. This, to me, 10 of Cups in this situation, is it about embracing who you are completely within yourself. This is about you. You are a survivor. It is time for you to move on. Okay, it's time for you to look at your perspective. Be careful about looking at the perspective, I want to say crooked view, but skewed. Be careful you don't skew the perception of what's going on here. Okay, it is time to let go. Time to be that survivor and move forward. Okay, it's time to take care of yourself and find that sense of wholeness. Find your own happiness. You don't need another person to make you whole. This is a wholeness within yourself. Okay. So I get a lot about just taking care of yourself. I get a lot about self-expression here and a lot about healing. And it's about healing the heart. This one here, I get a lot about sort of healing the heart sort of energy and self-expression. So hopefully that helps you, Fiona. Take care of you. Right. So the last couple that I've got to do. Okay, the last couple here that I'm doing. Oh, Lady Kira, I don't think I've got a question from you. Should I still forgot to do the chat app? And so I've got SP and Whitney. SP and Whitney. So let's have a look. Let's do Whitney and SP. It doesn't really matter which order. You're both going to get your questions. So let's have a look. Okay, so Whitney and SP, and I just don't know if Lady Kapira is still around. I haven't heard. So Lady Kapira, if you wanted to question your question as well, and I think that about the list. Oh, you're on a video call? Unfortunately, I don't really show. It doesn't really sort of go on StreamYard what you emojis are. So I actually don't see the emojis. What is the oh, what's happened there? Okay, so what's the perspective? Lady Kapira, so if you want a question. No, that's all right. What's your I will do Lady Kapira. She's all right. I want to do a reading. Just when she's done a question. Okay, it's the perspective of, yes, let's do the crystal power. Okay, pull it out. And then that one. Right, so the card that flew out was the Hierophant. Okay, it feels like the person is ready to love and learn. Okay, there's a spiritual connection. I think your person S, has a spiritual connection with you. They feel as though they have this spiritual connection with you. Again, Page of Pentacles, a lot to learn and discover. They feel like they have there's a lot of learning and discovering with you. There's a lot to learn and discover. Okay, so I think this person has this perspective that there's a lot to learn and discover about you. Okay, there's a spiritual connection. There's a lot to learn and discover about you. Still a lot to learn and discover. Right, so SP. Okay, let's do the mermaid one. Okay. Whoa! As soon as I read your question, oh my god, that flew out. If you'd seen the card, it went whoosh. And the card that flew out was Queen of Swords. He's resilient. Your son is resilient. He is resilient. And yes, he'll be rewarded. If your son chooses to transform, he will do really, really well. It has got that sense of success. Four of Wands is that sense of congratulations, success, everything's going to work out great. If your son chooses to. Okay. with the Queen of Swords. If he can look at the truth of nurture the truth of the idea, so again looking at the truth of the situation and what's going on, if he can choose to do so, he is resilient. He's able to look at nurture his ideas and plans. If he can nurture his so if he can make the transformation and nurture his ideas, and he will be successful. I do feel like there is, congratulations, there is that success in career. Yep. If your son chooses to, he will do really well. There is that possibility for sure. Yep, he'll do really well. Right, Lady Capera. Last reading. I think that was the end of it. I think that was the end. Oh, it's just Crimson. No, yeah, it's just Crimson. I never had a question from her. I never got a message from It's Just Crimson. But, SP, your son does have free will and how he chooses to react. It's Just Crimson. I never got a reading, I never got a message, a question from It's Just Crimson. Just asked, can you be added? And I didn't get a question. Right. Should I continue? Okay, so what I'm going to do for you, Lady Capera Inc. Actually, I'm going to do this Siddhartha Tarot. Screaming at me here. I've looked at it a couple of times, and I think it's you. Right, Siddhartha Tarot. Should you continue? Oh, interesting. I said, should I continue your should you continue your present direction? And I get Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Definitely. Oh, it's going to be hard work. There's going to be some challenges. Okay, there are going to be some challenges along the way. Readings are finishing. I'm finishing up, guys. I'm sorry. Strada. Katrina, I'm sorry. You're going to miss out today. I'm not doing any more readings. So this is the last one. I was going to do It's Just Crimson, but they haven't replied. Haven't written up their readings. So this is really the end, guys. Oh, yeah, I did do the last reading. Okay, so yes, you're on the right path. There are going to be some challenges. And I've got 5 of Pentacles as well. So again, I do feel like there's going to be some challenges in regards to your well-being. I think there's going to be a real need to find the answers that lie within you. I don't know why I said that, but I think the answers actually lie within you in regards to these challenges and things that are going on. I do feel like there's going to be oh, okay. I just got like you're going to be led out, like you're going to be guided out of the challenges. Okay, last one, Lady Capera. Let's just, oh, here we go. Actually, 2 pulled out. I'll do these 2. Okay, I got the sense of wishes being fulfilled. Watch your spiritual guidance. Trust your spiritual guidance. I think you'll be guided by your guide. Okay, and there's always going to be choices to be made. I think you got choices that need to be made, that need to, I think you're looking ahead, trying to decide which choices to make, where you're going to go. And I think it's very important that you sort of listen to your guide. I get a sense of listening to your guide. I don't know why that came through, but listening to your guide. But it doesn't necessarily, I think the suggestions, you've got free will, of course, as well, in the choices that you actually make. So there you are. So yes, you're in the present direction. There are going to be some challenges in this direction. I think it's really important that you, I feel like you're going to be guided in the right direction. And I think it's very much about this. I keep getting like the star, like the heavens above. Could even be an angel guide. I don't know who you work with, a deity or angel guide or something like that. And I think it's very important to listen to the suggestions, but you've got free will, of course, in the choices that you actually make. Remember, you do have free will. Even when you're guided by your guides, it doesn't mean you actually have to take on board what they say. Okay, so that's it from me for today. Interesting. That's why I keep getting, just remember you've got free will as well, Lady Kapira. Just remember you've got guidance. Whew, what a day. What a great welcome, Phenomenal, with your free readings that you got. You're welcome, Lady Kapira. You're welcome. So don't forget through Fi, you can support my channel. Supporting my channel each month means you get exclusive content, you get free private readings each month. There's all sorts of little bits and pieces there, exclusive content, discounts, all sorts of things if you supporting the channel. Okay, so the chats, time to move on. Don't forget you can book a private reading or a healing session. Don't forget gift vouchers are available on Ko-Fi as well. And I will see you in a couple of days. You can pre-book your live reading. You can pre-book your donation if you want to with the Ko-Fi, with the pinned link or the links down below. Don't forget to read the links down below, and you'll be able to that's from me. Appreciate everyone being here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be prepared for your live or for the next video that's uploaded. Videos are uploaded nearly every day on my channel. Videos every day on my channel. So there's always lots to thing. So welcome to the new subscribers. I'm sorry, I have to go. I do have some readings for clients that I have to do. Oops, I do have wrong one to do. I do have some readings for clients. So I do have to get going. Got a busy time ahead. But you can book your reading with me. So I do have clients that I do have to do readings for. So that's it from me. Take care and blessed be. Well, I've been on for over an hour and a half. So yeah, time to do some work and get some things done. Bye-bye.